Now I want to come in and give this, Uncle Phil message, to a lot of the brothers. Now I know you got the sisters watching the channel too, and trust me, I love y'all too. Don't get me wrong, I love y'all too. But a lot of times I say things to the brothers because I'm a man. So me being a man, I'm going to relate more to the brothers. Okay? So but this involves you too in this message. It involves you too. Now, a lot of y'all recently have been sending me messages and video clips from a lot of black male hate channels. Now, I'm not one to frequent those channels. And the reason why I'm not one to frequent those channels, number one, I'm too busy. I'm just busy. Two, it doesn't entertain me in no way, shape, or form. Three, I'm always a person that says consider the source when people talking to you. Four, I know the vitriol comes from their failed life decisions because they failed at relationships. They failed at choosing the right man. They are just overall failures. And also on top of that, they have a hatred for you. It doesn't matter what you do. If you are with a black woman or want to be with a black woman, they will call you dusty, say you don't make enough money, say you're this, say you're that, you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too fat. Everything is something wrong with you. Okay? Well, they got this unrealistic expectation for you. Then if a woman of a different community gives you attention and you get with her, you're being called sellout. You're being called, oh, look, this ugly, white girl, this ugly Hispanic girl, this ugly Asian girl, everybody ugly. It goes back to that. If you're single and you're by yourself, they want to call you, and you don't have kids, they want to call you, you're gay, call you this, call you that. It's nothing you can do to please them because they hate you. And I learned a long time ago, when someone hates you, you don't worry about pleasing them because there's nothing you could do. Nothing you can do. They can't stand your behind, but every time some video comes out with you with a different race of woman, they're making videos. Or if a different race of woman for some reason have an issue with some guy that she dated, right? They're making videos. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a sad existence and a waste of time. Okay. But the reason why I'm saying how the brothers should handle this, first and foremost, like I say, don't watch it. Two, don't give them attention. Let me tell you something about women and attention. Women and attention, that is part of their nucleus. They got to have attention. Now, there's a thing called good attention and even bad or negative attention. These women that hate you, they can't get good attention from you at this point. They can't. So they focus on negative attention. And understand something, even negative attention is still attention, brothers. So if you're going over there typing away on the comment section, trying to say, oh, let me call their show, let me do this, let me do that, I'm going to tell them about themselves, you still giving them attention. It's like, why walk into a train wreck when you know the train wreck is already happening, right? The best thing that you can do is do what Manosphere 1.0 talked about. I was around Manosphere 1.0, and who was it? Soul in Black and Sergeant Willie Pete and all them guys. General Backlash. Who was the other guys? Like Pink Elephant. You had sisters like You Heard Me First Time and Statuesque One. I'm calling a lot of names from Manosphere 1.0. I will say that. And they talked about the wall of silence. Now, from what I see from back then to now, y'all kind of practicing the wall of silence to a point, but not completely, because the black men hate channels, have the ability to grow because you guys are actually giving them attention, right? So you have to throw up the complete wall of silence. Now, the complete wall of silence would be no comments, no making videos at them, no nothing, right? Unless you're trying to break down certain mindsets, but you never mention their names. You never point nobody to their direction. You understand? You just don't do that. Another thing that you have in your arsenal as part of the wall of silence, and it's going to encourage women in the community to actually go at them, because your wall of silence approach is going to start affecting women that had nothing to do with it. So it's going to make them get at them for you, and you don't have to do anything. It's this: passports and plane tickets, preferably business class tickets if you can. When you have a passport, my brother, it opens you up to a lot of things, a lot of experiences that you just will not be dealing with here in America. I'm not telling you go to different races of women. I'm not telling you do anything. Let's just keep it within the black community if you want to. African women aren't out here talking like these black male hate channels. They're not. I've been to African countries. They're not talking that way. Even when I was in Turkey, ran into some Somali women, Kenyan women. They were so nice to talk to. They were very friendly. They didn't have no ugly look on their face. They were smiling. They were speaking first. You know what I'm saying? They black women, so I'm not saying anything outside the community. I'm not even going there. If you want to do that, it's your business. I'm not want to tell you what to do with your life, brother. You know, you can go to the Caribbean. That's open to you. They got Latin America. Go anywhere you want to go. See, when you realize and have that experience, you kind of look at that situation and laugh about it. You don't even get mad. You really don't. If they are sitting up here promoting something that, now I will mention this name because this name is where it originally comes from. There was a YouTuber by the name of Brooklyn Blue a long time ago. And she's the one started a thing saying that, well, if you get pregnant with a black male child, you should get rid of it. She started that. Anybody else you hear repeating that now, that's where it originally comes from. And even back then, at first, like, wow, really? But brothers, passports and business class tickets and the wall of silence. Now, what that would create, the sisters that's here that want some of you, that has nothing to do with that and starkly against that, they going to home in on them like, you know, like an army. And they going to come down on them so hard because they're going to say, you know what? Look, you messing things up for me. Getting on social media doing this. I'm a decent woman. I'm not like that. I want to have kids. I want to have a family. And you messing things up. You putting this stuff in the airwaves, okay, and like it's a representation of me. And it's not a representation of me. So I'm going to come at you, or we're going to come at you to tell you to shut your mouth because you're not representing us like that. Because if too many brothers get on these passports and business class tickets, well, what's going to happen to the rest of us? We already got a shortage as it is. Oh, man, the other day, I got to go find that post and do a video on that. You had this one sister, they had this transgender called Roland Ray or something, and how I saw it was on, was it On Site or Hollywood Unlocked, or one of them places on Instagram. This woman say, wow, I'm having a hard time finding a man. How this transgender getting one? And oh boy, y'all should have seen the comments after that. I say, boy, this is interesting. And even you see the women on there, they definitely look like they should have men, obviously, but that's definitely a video in itself. So what I'm saying is that brothers, don't put up with that. Stop. Once again, stop arguing. Stop saying something. Throw up the wall of silence. And remember, passports and business class tickets, if you can afford business class, okay? You got it at your uncle level. You should be able to afford business class at your uncle level. But if you're in the process of getting to your uncle level, you can do economy, plus a leg room or something like that. There's stages to it. Because remember, your uncle did economy. Your uncle did economy with extra leg room. And then your uncle did business class. So I didn't start off with business class tickets, brothers. It's levels to that. But I want you to understand, brothers, your greatest power is silence and walking away from that. That has great, great results. Men are not to argue with these women. Men are not to go to their channels and try to jump on there. Now, of course, you're going to have some guys that just can't help themselves. But why you want a woman to hate you? Why? Can't stand your guts. Why? Nothing you could do right. Nothing. Everything about you is dusty. Why do you want to go and talk to those women for? It doesn't make sense. Unless you're a glutton for punishment and abuse. And some of you are, I guess. But to men that respect themselves, to men that got their act together, to men that know you got something to offer and you realize, I hear this comment a lot, and I've seen a lot of people getting bothered by this comment when a man realizes, yes, I am a prize. Oh boy, they don't like that comment either. Especially coming from black men. Let me make sure I say black, heterosexual black men. Let me say that. because a lot of people bank on black heterosexual men being at the bottom, having low self-esteem about themselves. That way everybody can use them, from those who get ran through in whatever community. Now I'm saying whatever community, because they got women of other communities too. They try to go after black men after their own men don't want them. Yes, that happens. Yes, they do. Because you have low self-esteem, you think they are a step up to black women. Some of you think that way, and they're not, because the modern woman problem is in all of them. It's not just one. But what I'm saying is about those, that have this specific hate for you. Like, let's call it what it is. I haven't seen no black men hate channels pop up from other groups, so I can't mention that. But those that are within our own community, the wall of silence, passports, and business class tickets. That's it. And watch the results, brothers. Just watch. Just watch how they're going to change their tune. Just watch. And the sad part about it, a lot of them was helped by black men. Because black men want to help black women, because we love the sisters in the community. We want to help them, right? We want to help them get to places, and including myself. I helped a few of them. And then they went down that route. Not to say that I told them to go down that route. Things they done in their personal life made them do that. Because listen, anybody that really stick with me or has stuck with me, it's always been a good thing for them. Male and female. They've learned a lot. They gained a lot. They making money. Even if they leave, they still do good. So I know my methods work good, and I'm still developing new methods. And anybody that stick with me and continue to stick with me, the more I make, the more you gonna make too, because I'll give you the game. As long as you just show loyalty, because I'm not for somebody coming in around me for 2 seconds, then leaving and getting the game. No, you got to be loyal. Loyalty is a big thing for me. But brothers, like I said, I'm just telling you this for your sake. And then also the passports and business class tickets, brothers. It just gets you out of America. You realize people don't even have that kind of hate like that for you. Like talking about. I'm telling you, brothers. You go to the continent, man, it's all love when I go. I went to Turkey. It was my first time going. I'll be going back here in a few months. It was cool. No problem. And Turkey had a lot of them folks walking around. And I still didn't have no issues and problems. Man, everybody's minding their business. You know what I'm saying? Versus over here, you're looking over your shoulder as a black man, and this going on and that going on. There's always something. So that's why I want you brothers to travel. You brothers travel, sisters too, but more women are traveling than black men. Let's admit that. I'm in travel groups. Black women are really doing it. So, it's kind of, I have to direct that more black men, because you don't travel enough. Because if you traveled enough, some of these things y'all even talk about with these women, you were like, that'd be your attitude about it. You'll laugh about it. You'll laugh because you'll know good and well they ain't been nowhere, ain't got nothing going on. The people calling you dusty is more dusty than they can ever be. You sit down in a small apartment, ain't got nothing going on the internet all day hating black men, when black men are living their best life and doing their thing. And that's what I want for you brothers. The greatest thing that you could do as brothers is win. Be successful, brothers, because people hate that. They hate to see you win. They hate to see you be successful. They hate to see you happy. They hate to see a smile on your face, brother. I'm telling you from experience, they hate that. That's the best revenge to anybody that hates you, is winning. Winning at life. Man, you found your wife somewhere. You happy. You kind of laughing at the hate they have for you, because you just happy. You successful in your business or career. You going to this country, that country, getting stamps on your passport. Like, you ain't worried about any of that. They can't stand to see a black man happy like that. They can't stand it. And that's the best weapon against them, brothers. It's just you develop your life to be happy. With them or without them, whatever you think you got to do. But get your passport, my brothers, and get them business class tickets, or at least work your way up to it. Economy plus, or economy with leg room, and then business class. I understand it's a progression. But do that, my brothers. Do that. There's a whole world out there waiting for you. And you more appreciated outside this country than in it. I'm telling you from personal experience. They hear you in America. Oh, okay. They got all these questions for you or whatever. Curious to find out what's going on. Understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to deal with all that hatred and disrespect and feminism and all the kind of crap that try to come against brothers, man. You ain't got to deal with that. And the sisters going to correct the sisters once y'all push more of that. I promise you that. And I'm not saying count the sisters out here in America. No, I'm not saying that. I don't need a bunch of emails saying that. If you're a good woman, make yourself available, stand out the crowd. And like I said, put them women in their place, because the brothers right here need good women too. And if you're a good woman and, you take care of yourself and you smile and you do all things that you normally, what a lot of men want or whatever, you can get a decent man if you put yourself in arenas where the decent men are at. I would say that much. But y'all, leave me a comment. Let me know, what y'all think about this. Listen to your brother. The Wall of Silence, passports, and business class tickets, brothers. That is the best way to move against that hate and just be successful and be happy. Trust me on that. Black men aren't happy enough. That's their problem. Black men, feeling too down about themselves. Some black men, unfortunately, are committing suicide. And a lot of that comes from you not traveling, you not being happy. Black men deserve to be happy too. Women always talk about their happiness and they deserve to be happy. They deserve to be protected and all the things that women talk about. But you don't talk about that and you don't practice that. We need to stop suffering in silence, brothers. Get that passport. It's about $100. Get you a what is it called? Global entry card. That's the other card that you seen in my book here. This right here is a global entry card. When you come into the country, you ain't got to go through that long line. You just go to the kiosk and then put your global entry card in and then go right past all that long line. Also, you get a TSA pre-check when you fly domestically. Then get you around the line. On top of that, get clear. If you get clear with TSA pre-check, they take you right to the front, even flying domestically. And of course, when you fly, you got to get, in some countries, you're going to have to get this WHO card, because certain countries, you need certain vaccines, whether you agree with that or not. Now, this one, had to do yellow fever because you couldn't get into that African nation without it. When it comes to the other one that everybody's freaked out about, no country is requiring that just yet. Except the United States will be requiring that on foreign travelers for everybody in January. So those of you outside the United States who want to come here, yeah, they require that for you, including the COVID test. But brothers, just rewind this message. Share it with many brothers out there. I want you brothers to take the air out of the Black Man Hate channels by just throwing up the Wall of Silence, traveling, enjoying yourself, being successful, working on your career, brothers. That's what your uncle wants for you today.